You have to keep in mind that you're swimming and drinking water. You want to keep the area around it clean. You don't want to have flip-flops all around and mess up the area around, and then the same water you're drinking, okay? This is a checklist for how to maintain the filtration pumps, backwashing the filters regularly, yeah? And you can, again, it's a checklist, how to check your pH of the water. Your pH is very important in the water. It should range between 7.2 and 7.8. If the water pH goes below 7.2, then your water is too acidic. And all the chlorine and all the ozone you put in will go totally wasted. If the pH goes beyond 7.8, your water is very alkaline. Okay, then it starts scaling your walls, a gritty feeling will come, and you again dump in chemicals, it all go to waste. So both ways it's detrimental, so you want to keep a balance. By the way, the water that comes from the corporation is balanced at 7. Yeah? And that's why you won't find scaling on the taps and so on and so forth in corporation water situation. These are some of the things that we use for cleaning. This is called a leaf rake. Yeah, this is for any leaves, debris. These are brushes to remove any algae. If you have stubborn algae, then you use a steel brush for the wall. This is called a suction sweeper, like a vacuum cleaner to suck the dirt from the pool. This is the pH kit and the chlorine level check meters. I mean, they're basically reagents that you mix, and the color coding shows. How often to backwash the filters? Yeah, like you remember your AquaGuard, the guy would come, he would turn the filters upside down and backwash the AquaGuard. The same way these filters need to be backwashed to be able to remove the debris that is there in the filter. Right now we're working with a new kind of sand. Now right now we take river sand and put it in there. We sieve it to a certain micronic level and put it in the filter. Now we're working with something from Australia, which will have a much cleaner, much more, finer dirt retention capacity. It's almost like from lava stone. Keep innovating, keep changing. This is our motto. Keep constantly changing, because it'll take our competitors a while to catch up with us.
The rain management.
How to do the rain management, yeah. Rainwater carries dirt, causes pool cloudiness. Because of addition of so much water, water balance is disturbed immediately and the water turns green. Algae growth immediately is there immediately after rain, bacterial contamination after rains. So if a smart guy who knows it's going to rain, clouds are coming up, he starts putting extra chlorine into the pool to avoid any change of color. Yeah, handling of chemicals is very, very important. Yeah, we try to educate our people. Now, for example, our staff that we're giving new clothing to, we're giving them factory boots. So they spill something on their boots, on their shoes. Because these are all these are concentrated chemicals, so we have to be very careful with it, okay? It's quite simple and logical. See, every day the water is getting filtered, and every third day it's getting backwashed or evaporated. So you have to replace the water, okay? Let's assume for a moment you have a pool of 100,000 liters, 1 lakh liters, okay? And assume that you're losing 0.5% of water every day, either through evaporation or backwash or spillover because the kids are playing in the pool, okay? 0.5% would be 500 liters or 1 lakh liters, okay? Now, if I was to replace 500 liters every day, yeah, every day the sun's beating down on it, there's some filtration is happening, there is kids are splashing out some water, okay, you're losing about 0.5% of water every day, which is about 500 liters. Now, 500 liters multiplied by 200 days gives you how much? 1 lakh liters. So in 200 days, which is a little over 6 months, you replace the water anyway, which is 6.5 months, right? In 13 months, you replace the water twice. Where's the question of changing the water? You understand? Number one. Number two, I had a customer whose dog died in the pool. Actually happened. You remove the water. Then I would explain to him that in Singapore, that's 75% of the water comes from rivers and 25% of water comes from where people defecate, water is cleaned over and 25% of the water gets added to the 75% and 100% of the water comes there and it's drinkable and it's better quality than India. Told him in his pool, I will chlorinate it, super chlorinate it, ozonate it, super ozonate it. I'll come and take take a water from his pool, drink it, will you then go swim? So you can actually clean the water, get it back to the standard. And in fact, your water is getting better and better. Why would you want to change the water? So please tell your customers you don't have to. You're already changing it in 6.5 months. And in 13 months, you've changed it twice. But you haven't seen it being changed, but it's changing. You need to add fresh 500 liters per day to keep the level of the water where you want. We normally have a pipeline that comes from your overhead tank into the filter plant room. From there, it gets into. I've had customers who put a hose pipe from the wall and put it into the pool also. To be very honest with you, I have neighbors, who feed people who live in our area. They come with buckets of water to fill from his bore well. Yeah, and here we have the luxury of having a swimming pool. Okay, and the next war they claim is going to be on water. So it really makes sense. Yeah, today you have it, tomorrow you don't. Yeah. So let's behave as if we don't have it, and let's be good stewards of what we have. I explain that to my customers. I actually go green with my customers, not green as in green, but I go green with them. I said, let's be it. I mean, if we don't be a good example, how do you expect anybody else to be a good example? Good quality water is far for them. Just getting borewell water for them is big. Do you know, for example, the test that we have done on some of the bore wells? And one of the things we do before we fill up the water with the pool, at least if the customer has his bore well, we send it to the laboratory for 3 tests. One is its potability. The second one is bacteriological content, bacteriological test, okay, or bacteriological analysis. And the third one is chemistry composition. Does it have too much of fluoride? Does it have too much of potassium? Does it have too much of excess of some of these chemicals? Some can have arsenic in it, hello. Yes. Some can have fluoride. Fluoride can be detrimental to the kids' lives. Kids walk crazy. I mean, their lifestyle is totally crazy if they have fluoride in their water. Another point that was made now is that we're building a pool for a client in terms of conservation of water. You see, when the water is backwashed from the filtration plant, it goes into a tank. It's clarified, treated, sent up to the roof tank again, and the water is used either for the garden or for the toilets.